The concept of parallel realities has captivated human imagination for centuries. From ancient myths of alternate worlds to modern science fiction, the idea that there could be other versions of reality existing simultaneously is both thrilling and mystifying. But is it possible that these parallel realities aren't just a fantasy, but a tangible part of our universe? Advances in modern physics, especially in the field of quantum mechanics, suggest that the answer might be yes. Today, we'll embark on an exploration of how science is bridging the gap between this imaginative concept and our own reality. In recent decades, the study of parallel realities has shifted from pure speculation to a serious scientific inquiry. Physicists, cosmologists, and even neuroscientists are now investigating whether there is evidence to support the existence of alternate dimensions or realities that coexist alongside our own. This topic is no longer confined to the pages of fiction or the abstract musings of philosophy. It is now being probed by some of the brightest minds in science. With groundbreaking theories and experiments, researchers are working to unravel one of the greatest mysteries of existence. In this video, we'll dive into the scientific theories and evidence surrounding parallel realities, exploring how quantum mechanics, string theory, and other advanced concepts in physics give a plausible framework for understanding these phenomena. Alongside these scientific insights, we'll also touch on personal experiences, stories and sensations people have reported, which might, intriguingly, connect with the idea of shifting realities. By the end, you'll gain a well-rounded perspective on this subject, one that integrates the rigor of science with the wonder of human experience. Let's begin by establishing a foundational understanding of what parallel realities are. We'll then move into the context of this idea within both the scientific community and popular culture. With this groundwork laid, we can delve deeper into the specifics of the theories and evidence supporting the existence of alternate realities. To explore parallel realities, we first need a clear understanding of what this concept entails. Broadly speaking, parallel realities refer to the idea that multiple versions of reality, or even multiple universes, might exist simultaneously, each with different outcomes, histories, or events. This idea suggests that our universe may be just one of many, coexisting side by side in a multiverse. These realities might differ slightly, with variations as minor as someone choosing a different path in life, or they could differ drastically, encompassing whole worlds governed by unique laws of physics. Though the idea of parallel realities might sound fantastical, it's rooted in both ancient philosophy and cutting-edge science. Philosophers and spiritual teachers have long speculated about alternate worlds or layers of existence beyond our perception. Concepts like the many worlds in Eastern philosophies, such as the Tibetan Book of the Dead's multiple realms, reflect a long-standing curiosity about alternate planes of reality. However, with the development of quantum mechanics in the 20th century, scientists began to seriously consider that alternate realities might be more than just speculative. In the scientific world, interest in parallel realities began gaining traction with physicist Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. Everett's theory proposed that every quantum event could create new, branching realities where different outcomes play out. While initially controversial, his ideas have influenced modern approaches to quantum physics and sparked decades of debate and further research into the possibility of a multiverse. Today, the idea of multiple realities intersects with theories like string theory and the multiverse concept in cosmology, giving it a solid grounding in modern science. String theory, for example, posits that there could be numerous hidden dimensions beyond the familiar three dimensions of space and one of time. These hidden dimensions might harbor alternate realities or influence the physical laws of our own universe. As we move into the next section, we'll delve deeper into these theories and examine the main scientific frameworks that support the existence of parallel realities. By unpacking these concepts, we can begin to understand how scientists are approaching the possibility that alternate versions of reality could be a fundamental part of our universe. To understand the concept of parallel realities, we must dive into the primary scientific theories that propose and support their existence. These theories come from different branches of physics, each offering a unique perspective on how multiple realities could coexist with our own. Let's examine the most prominent theories, which include the many worlds interpretation, string theory, and the notion of bubble universes. The many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation, MWI, is one of the foundational theories that suggests the existence of parallel realities. Proposed in 1957, MWI arose from the peculiarities observed in quantum mechanics, particularly the behavior of particles at the quantum level. In classical physics, a particle, like an electron, has a single, definite state at any given time. But in quantum mechanics, particles exist in a state of superposition, where they can occupy multiple states simultaneously. When measured or observed, the superposition collapses into a single state. Everett's revolutionary idea was that instead of collapsing into one state, each possible outcome of a quantum event actually manifests in a different, parallel reality. For instance, if you were to observe a coin flip, the MWI suggests that in one reality, the coin lands heads, while in another reality, it lands tails. This creates a branching effect, where every possible outcome of every event occurs in its own parallel reality. While initially controversial, the many worlds interpretation has become a serious contender in explaining quantum phenomena, influencing how scientists and thinkers approach the concept of parallel realities. String theory and higher dimensions. Moving from quantum mechanics to theoretical physics, string theory provides another intriguing framework for parallel realities. At its core, string theory suggests that the fundamental building blocks of the universe are not particles, but one-dimensional strings that vibrate at different frequencies. These vibrations give rise to the particles we observe in nature, like electrons and quarks. What makes string theory especially relevant to parallel realities is its implication of multiple hidden dimensions. In addition to the familiar 3 dimensions of space and one of time, string theory proposes the existence of additional spatial dimensions, possibly as many as 10 or 11 in total. These extra dimensions might be curled up or compacted, making them invisible to us. In these hidden dimensions, other realities or even other universes could theoretically exist, coexisting in the same space as our own, but operating under different laws of physics. This concept of hidden dimensions opens the door to the possibility of alternate realities that are simply beyond our perception. Bubble universes and the multiverse theory. Another fascinating model comes from cosmology, particularly the idea of the multiverse, which suggests that our universe might be just one bubble in an enormous sea of other universes. This idea finds its roots in cosmic inflation, a theory proposing that the universe expanded rapidly following the Big Bang. According to this theory, there may be other regions in the cosmos where inflation occurred independently, creating separate bubble universes that developed their own distinct realities. Each bubble universe could operate with its own physical constants and natural laws, making it radically different from ours. Some may have entirely unique forms of matter or forces, while others could be eerily similar to our own universe. These bubble universes, or multiverse bubbles, do not interact with each other under normal conditions, which is why we don't perceive them. However, some scientists theorize that rare events, such as collisions between universes, might provide indirect evidence of their existence. Realities as frequencies. While not as mainstream, some researchers and thinkers propose that different realities could exist as distinct frequencies. Similar to how different radio frequencies occupy the same space without interfering with one another, these realities might vibrate at different frequencies and thus be inaccessible to us. If this idea holds true, then perhaps parallel realities are as close as a subtle frequency shift, but just out of reach of our senses and instruments. Theory versus evidence. It's important to remember that, while these theories provide frameworks for understanding the possibility of parallel realities, they are still theoretical. Science relies on evidence and observation, and direct evidence for parallel realities remains elusive. However, these theories have predictive power and mathematical elegance, which make them valuable tools for scientists probing the nature of existence. As we move forward, we'll examine the observable evidence and experimental findings that may hint at the existence of parallel realities. From peculiar results in quantum experiments to intriguing psychological phenomena, let's explore the clues scientists and researchers are uncovering in their quest to understand the nature of reality itself. While the theories of parallel realities provide a robust framework, they remain largely speculative without direct evidence. However, some fascinating observations in physics, psychology, and even popular culture hint at the possibility that parallel realities might exist. These observations include quantum experiments, intriguing psychological phenomena, and reports of personal experiences that suggest a shift between different realities. Quantum experiments and observational effects. One of the most well-known experiments in quantum mechanics is the double-slit experiment, which demonstrates the observer effect and the strange behavior of particles at the quantum level. In this experiment, particles such as electrons are shot at a barrier with 2 slits, beyond which a detector screen records where the particles land. When unobserved, the particles create an interference pattern on the screen, indicating wave-like behavior. However, when a detector observes which slit each particle passes through, the interference pattern disappears, and the particles behave like individual particles rather than waves. This shift in behavior based on observation raises the question: could the act of observing be selecting one outcome out of multiple potential realities? Some interpretations of the observer effect suggest that when we observe a quantum system, we are locking in one particular reality out of many possible outcomes. While this doesn't directly prove parallel realities, it does imply that our consciousness and observation may play a role in shaping the reality we experience, aligning with the many worlds interpretation in a unique way. The Mandela effect, a psychological perspective on shifting realities. The Mandela effect refers to a phenomenon where groups of people recall events or details differently from recorded history. Named after Nelson Mandela, the effect was coined after numerous individuals incorrectly remembered him passing away in prison in the 1980s, although he was actually released and lived until 2013. Other examples include differing memories of famous movie quotes or logo designs that don't match the actual versions. Some proponents of the Mandela effect suggest it could be evidence of individuals crossing over from one parallel reality to another. While mainstream psychology often attributes this phenomenon to memory errors and social reinforcement, the idea that collective memories could align with alternate realities is intriguing. It raises questions about the nature of memory and reality, and whether our experiences are as consistent as we believe. Personal experiences and synchronicities. Beyond quantum experiments and psychological phenomena, people around the world report personal experiences that seem to defy logical explanation. These include instances where individuals recall past events that no one else remembers, encounter people they supposedly met before in different contexts, or notice subtle changes in their environment that leave them with a sense of déjà vu or disorientation. One possible explanation is that these experiences are forms of synchronicity or meaningful coincidences that Carl Jung proposed as a way our inner and outer worlds align in symbolic or meaningful ways. For those who believe in parallel realities, synchronicities might represent moments when two realities overlap or briefly touch. Rather than being mere coincidences, these events could signify subtle shifts between parallel versions of ourselves and our lives. Scientific and psychological interpretations. While it's tempting to attribute these experiences to parallel realities, many scientists and psychologists suggest more grounded explanations. Memory, for example, is known to be malleable and prone to reconstruction, which could explain the Mandela effect without requiring alternate realities. Synchronicities, meanwhile, may simply reflect our brain's tendency to find patterns and meaning, particularly in random events. Despite these rational explanations, the appeal of parallel realities remains strong. As our understanding of consciousness and the quantum world grows, some researchers argue that subjective experiences, like synchronicities, could be as valid as physical observations in exploring reality. This viewpoint acknowledges the complexities of human perception and memory, suggesting that our minds might indeed be attuned to shifts in a multi-layered universe. In the next section, we'll explore how individuals can align their subjective experiences with scientific understanding, bridging personal perception and objective knowledge. This balanced approach can help us appreciate both the mystery and the method involved in studying parallel realities. As we've seen, the idea of parallel realities exists in both scientific theories and subjective experiences. However, science and personal experience often seem like two separate worlds. Scientists approach the multiverse with calculations and experiments, while individuals often base their beliefs on intuition and experiences. Yet, bridging these perspectives can offer a richer understanding of the nature of reality, bringing together the objective rigor of science and the nuanced insights of human experience. The role of consciousness in shaping reality. One point of intersection is the role consciousness might play in shaping or perceiving reality. The observer effect in quantum mechanics, for instance, suggests that observation can influence physical outcomes, hinting at a connection between consciousness and the material world. While the observer effect doesn't conclusively prove that our thoughts shape reality, it suggests that consciousness has a role in determining the form that reality takes at the quantum level. This notion parallels various spiritual and philosophical beliefs that propose reality is a projection of our consciousness. Bringing in consciousness allows us to question whether parallel realities exist independently or are a result of our mental engagement with the universe. Many spiritual traditions emphasize that reality is layered or multifaceted, suggesting that our awareness or perception might shift between these layers. This theory aligns with modern interpretations of quantum mechanics that propose realities could coexist, accessible based on our level of awareness or consciousness. Integrating inner experiences and external evidence. Another way to bridge the gap is to validate subjective experiences by examining them within a scientific framework. For example, psychological phenomena like the Mandela effect could be investigated not only as cognitive anomalies but also as possible evidence of alternate realities or shifts in perception. When people experience déjà vu or recall events differently, exploring these occurrences through both psychological and quantum perspectives can offer new insights into how reality may be more malleable than it appears. Moreover, the scientific study of consciousness, an emerging field within neuroscience and quantum mechanics, seeks to understand how the brain interprets reality. Some researchers are examining whether consciousness itself has quantum properties, which could explain the alignment between internal experiences and physical realities. If consciousness operates at a quantum level, it could, theoretically, interact with alternate realities or even traverse them. Building a balanced perspective. Creating a bridge between subjective experiences and scientific perspectives doesn't require absolute answers. Instead, it invites curiosity and a willingness to consider that reality might encompass both scientific principles and personal insights. This approach helps break down the binary between the rational and the intuitive, allowing both approaches to inform our understanding of parallel realities. In the final section, we'll explore practical steps for those interested in deepening their understanding of parallel realities. These steps can provide a grounded, balanced approach to navigating this complex topic, empowering individuals to explore both scientific knowledge and personal insights in their journey toward understanding. For those intrigued by the concept of parallel realities, there are practical ways to explore this idea in daily life. While our understanding is far from complete, these steps can foster a deeper appreciation for the possible interplay between science, consciousness, and alternate realities. 1. Mindfulness and observation. The first step is to cultivate awareness through mindfulness. By paying close attention to your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings, you may begin to notice patterns, synchronicities, or subtle shifts in perception. Being present in the moment also helps in discerning between ordinary experiences and those that feel unusual or out of sync, which some people believe are signs of parallel realities. This practice doesn't provide proof, but it sharpens observation skills, allowing a deeper engagement with the present and any potential shifts. 2. Documenting experiences. Keeping a journal of unusual or inexplicable experiences is another practical way to explore parallel realities. Whether it's a case of déjà vu, a Mandela effect incident, or even recurring synchronicities, recording these experiences over time can reveal patterns and provide insights into your perception of reality. Revisiting these entries may help you identify themes or connections that otherwise go unnoticed. 3. Studying quantum theory and consciousness research. For a balanced approach, supplement personal exploration with scientific study. Quantum theory, consciousness research, and physics offer valuable context and can demystify some of the principles underlying the concept of parallel realities. Resources like books, courses, and lectures by experts in these fields can ground your understanding and give you a framework for interpreting subjective experiences. 4. Engaging in open-minded skepticism. Approaching parallel realities with open-minded skepticism allows curiosity without abandoning critical thinking. This means exploring with wonder, but also questioning and seeking logical explanations. Balancing openness and skepticism keeps exploration grounded while leaving space for potential insights beyond conventional understanding. 5. Meditation and visualization. Finally, some people find that meditation and visualization practices open pathways to exploring alternate realities or higher levels of consciousness. Techniques focused on visualization or shifting awareness can help attune the mind to new perspectives, potentially offering a sense of connection to alternate realities on an intuitive level. While the existence of parallel realities remains a topic of debate and exploration, it's clear that this concept sits at the intersection of science, consciousness, and personal experience. From the theoretical frameworks provided by quantum mechanics and string theory to the subjective sensations of déjà vu and synchronicity, parallel realities invite us to question the nature of existence itself. As our understanding of both the physical and the metaphysical deepens, we may find that science and spirituality are not opposed, but complementary avenues for exploring reality. Whether or not we ultimately prove the existence of alternate realities, the journey itself offers a profound opportunity to expand our understanding of consciousness and the universe. In embracing both curiosity and open-minded skepticism, we keep ourselves receptive to whatever insights the future may hold, insights that could redefine what we know about reality, our place in the cosmos, and perhaps even the limitless potential of human consciousness.